Today I'm gonna make penne alla vodka without the vodka. I figured I don't need to add extra calories, and without it, it's still very good. This is the perfect and secret ingredient. Whatever I add heavy cream to, it's always good. So this is what I'm gonna use, heavy whipping cream. I'm gonna show you all the ingredients and amount of them in the description below. So it's gonna be a heavy whipping cream, garlic, my favorite, onion, one of the favorites as well. And I love these tomatoes. These are, I mean, you can use the fresh tomatoes, but these tomatoes, if you would like to use canned tomatoes, are really good. Those are the San Marzano style, but I mean, they do make a difference. And I'm not very picky with that. But this one, yeah, must have. So I'm gonna use those. And I'm gonna use some chicken sausage. And I have 3 links, but you can, of course, for one serving size, you can use one only. I just like to eat a lot, and I'm gonna make 2 portion sizes. And I have a couple of slices of bacon. Bacon makes everything taste good as well. And now for pasta. So you can use just regular pasta. I have Ziti here. I like the round, long shape pasta. You can use any pasta you like. And it's penne alla vodka, so you can use penne, of course. But I'm going to use this one. Also, there's another option. If I was just making it for myself, I really like this red lentil pasta. Because, first of all, I mean, there's for calories, there's not much of a difference. So for 2 ounces, it's 180, and this one is 200. But what I like about this a lot is the amount of protein. So this one has, per 180 calories, it has 13 grams of protein. And this one has only, for 200 calories, has only 7 grams. So this one is double the protein. So for that particular reason, I would happily use the red lentil pasta. And it's pretty good. I mean, it's a little bit different in texture, but I think you can get away with it easily. So for our recipe now, let's get cooking. I'm going to start with onion and garlic by chopping them finely. I use a lot of onion because 1, it adds sweetness to the dish, and 2, it gives me more volume, which equals less calories. And the most calories here will come from the noodles. So if I can just replace some noodles with more veggies, I can get less calories for the dish and still keep the delicious flavors. Next, I'm gonna chop a couple of slices of bacon, and this one is gonna be just regular bacon. That's one of the things I don't like to substitute for anything else, because it does add a lot of flavor. For, you know, just a couple of bacon slices, it's not that much, but you reuse the fat and cook onion in it. And here I have chicken sausage instead of regular sausage. It is how I'm gonna cut a little bit more calories out of the dish again. And when I have everything chopped, I'm gonna put bacon first on a preheated pan to have the fat rendered, which I'm gonna use, of course, for frying the sausage and the veggies. After the onion and the garlic goes in the pan, I season it lightly with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And let's not forget to add a little bit spice to it. I'm adding a little bit of red pepper flakes. They not only add spiciness, but also enhance flavor of the dish. So if you don't like it too spicy, just add a little bit. They definitely worth it for enhancing the dish. Now, while everything else is cooking and the onion is softening, I'm gonna boil the noodles. So I have here a hot boiled water. I added some salt to it, and I'm adding the noodles to it. So with cooking the noodles, you have to be very careful to make sure, first of all, that you undercook it a little bit, because you're going to be cooking them a little bit in the dish itself. And stir while you put it in the pot, because at the beginning, the first couple of minutes of noodles cooking, they like to stick to each other. And once the veggies soften and the sausage is ready, I added a little bit of flour, about a tablespoon of flour, and now let it cook for another few minutes for the flour to cook through. Next, I'm gonna add my canned tomatoes. I remove some liquid from them so I don't have a big mess on my cutting board before I chop them. Season lightly with salt and pepper. I do it in layers because I feel like the veggies, they actually inhibit that flavor, the salty flavor throughout the dish. And if I do it at the very end, it feels like I'm lacking flavor. But that's just me. I prefer to do it this way. After that, I'm gonna add 2% cup of milk. And you can add this one in layers, depending how much you're gonna need. So you can add half a cup, see how the texture looks like, and then keep on adding as you need. I also reserve water from the noodles, just in case I'm gonna need to thin out the sauce. And my timer for the noodles just went off, so I'm gonna add noodles right now to the dish and cook for another 2-3 minutes so the noodles become tender and ready to eat. And I'm also adding heavy whipping cream to this as well. Normally in this dish you would see a lot of whipping cream, a cup or two for this much. I'm adding just a little bit, like an ounce or an ounce and a half of heavy whipping cream for the flavor and the richness. No more than that. That way I save the calories, but I don't sacrifice the flavor on it. And I'm gonna cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes for the sauce to thicken and see if I still need to add more water or I'm good to go. And just take a look how the sauce is thickening up. And that is exactly what you're looking for. And look at the end result. Nice and steamy, delicious, creamy pasta dish. And I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Definitely optional, but it does enhance a flavor a little bit. So here it is, as you can see, great pasta dish that normally in a restaurant will run you for 15 or 100 calories or 2000 calories, which is a lot because they add a lot of butter, a lot of cream. And by doing what I just did, you just don't sacrifice any flavor. It's delicious, oh yes. And you get a good result. But on very little calories. So if you like this recipe and you would like to see more, subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.